My poem for the favorite poem video project is As You Go Through Life by Ella Wheeler Wilcox. I think that this poem is a perfect one that speaks to me because of the way it describes how I live my life. Starting with the first 4 lines, she writes, "Don't look for the flaws as you go through life, and even when you find them, it is wise and kind to be somewhat blind and look for virtues behind them." And I think that encompasses 2 of my biggest beliefs. First, that everyone should be treated equally, and that God made each person different, so you have to respect them regardless of their differences. And also that everything happens for a reason. One of my favorite sayings is that God has a plan. And I think that's one of the big themes in this poem. Like she states, some things are bound not to go your way, but you shouldn't fight with fate. And this poem speaks to me because when I was growing up, my mom was an alcoholic and fell out of my life when I was really young, probably like the 3rd grade. And it was really tough for me to understand. And this poem kind of reinforces what I learned later on in life, which was that, like I said, everything happens for a reason, and some things have to go wrong, but you have to persevere and you'll become a stronger person because of it. So here is As You Go Through Life by Ellen Wheeler Wilcox. Don't look for the flaws as you go through life, and even when you find them, it is wise and kind to be somewhat blind and look for the virtues behind them. For the cloudiest light has a hint of light, somewhere in its shadows hiding. It is better by far to hunt for a star than the spots on the sun abiding. The current of life runs ever away to the bosom of God's great ocean. Don't set your force against the river's course and think to alter its motion. Don't waste a curse on the universe. Remember, it lived before you. Don't butt at the storm with your puny form, but bend and let it go o'er you. The world will never adjust itself to suit your whims to the letter. Some things must go wrong your whole life long, and the sooner you know it, the better. It is folly to fight with the infinite and go under at last in the wrestle. The wiser man shapes into God's plan as water shapes into a vessel. 2 of the elements I enjoy about this poem is first how she describes life through various images of nature, and also how its rhyme scheme makes it seem more genuine and easier to read. Although the rhyme scheme might seem cliche, I think that if it was free verse, it wouldn't be as easy to read and wouldn't paint the picture in the reader's mind as well. It seems like the speaker is someone who is genuinely interested in you and wants you to do well in life. And I think the rhyme scheme supports that. I believe that having the poem deal with nature greatly enhances the poem and just paints a vivid picture that makes life kind of beautiful. Comparing life to a river or a bad day to a cloudy night just gives the reader a lot of nice imagery to compare their life to, which I thoroughly enjoy. This poem speaks directly to me because it encourages the reader to keep your head up during a difficult time, which I experienced, and know that at times some things are going to go wrong, but if you realize that, you will shape into God's plan like water shapes into a vessel. Thanks.